Namaste to all. Myself, I am Dr. Srinath Naganathan, working as Assistant Professor in Biotechnology. So, in today's session, we are going to see about the experiments to prove that DNA is the genetic material. So, various scientists they have worked in the initial days to prove that DNA is the genetic material, and in that, the experiments done by Griffith, Avery, McLeod, and McCarthy, Hershey, and Chase plays a very important role to understand and to prove that DNA is the genetic material. So let's begin with Griffith's experiment of transformation. So Griffith's experiment of transformation, it was done by Frederick Griffith in 1928. He used a strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae, which is very prevalent and prominent to cause pneumonia in mice. So this particular type of pneumonia is being caused by the Streptococcus pneumoniae's two strains basically. One strain which is a very virulent strain and another which is a non-virulent strain. So let's see the type of S. pneumoniae strains. So the first strain in this is our smooth type, and the other one, as I said, it is the rough type. So smooth type is having capsules because for its vegetative nature and to protect itself from various antibiotics and antibodies present in the mice body, it is actually having a capsule. This has different strains that like S1, S2, and S3. And it is a virulent strain and pathogenic strain which leads for the pneumonia in mice. Rough strain is a non-capsulated strain. It is not having any capsules. The strains in this are R1, R2, R3. They are non-virulent and non-pathogenic. So let's see about the experiments, what Griffith has done. So he actually chose various variety of these strains, and finally he chose the S3 strain and R2 strain for his experiment. So in his experiment, the first strain what he used is R2 strain. Since he know that it is a non-virulent strain, so what he did was he used this strain and injected in a mice. After some time, he observed that the mice survived and it is not having any pneumonial symptoms. In the second experiment, he used the S3 strain and injected in mice. After a few days, he observed that it got pneumonia and the mice died. So from this, he confirmed that, okay, that S3 strain is giving the pneumonia result in the mice, and R2, it is not giving any pneumonial symptoms. Then what he did was, he used the heat-killed S3 strain. So after taking the heat-killed S3 strain, he injected it in the mice. And after a few days, he observed that the mice survived. So he thought that, okay, since the mice has survived, it proves that once the S3 strain is being heat killed, it cannot cause, or the capsule is being removed, and thereby it is actually protecting the mice from getting the pneumonia. The fourth experiment, what he did is he combined the heat killed S3 strain and R2 strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae and injected it in a combination in mice. But to his surprise, after a few days, he found that it got pneumonia and the mice died. So from this, what he observed and concluded are, from the R2 strain or from the S3, he said that from the live R2 strain of the Streptococcus pneumoniae, it is transformed by the heat-killed S3 strain of pneumoniae and became as live S3 strain, which resulted in a smooth variety, giving a capsule formation over the R2 and making the mice to become dead or killed. So he thought that some molecular particles are there in this, due to which it is actually getting transformed. So after about 16 years, in 1944, three scientists, Avery, MacLeod, and McCarthy, they did the same experiment to prove that whether it is by this or some other particle. So for this, what they did was they used the last experiment in which they used the heat-killed S3 strain of the Streptococcus pneumoniae and the R2 strain of the Streptococcus pneumoniae and injected it in the mice to see that whether it is giving the same result. So to their observation, they got the same result, that it is infected with pneumonia and the mice died. So to analyze this, what they did was they took the tissue samples from the lung region and various other parts and they observed it. So when they did the mice tissue analysis, they observed that it is having the live S3 strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae in that. So to their observation, they came to conclusion that something from the heat-killed S3 strain of the Streptococcus pneumoniae is transformed to the live R2 strain of the pneumoniae and making it become as S3 strain with capsule and killing the mice, as it was observed by Griffith also. So to prove that whether it is by protein or RNA or by DNA, what they did was they used another experiment. So in this experiment, they used various enzymes to prove this experiment. So the first experiment, they used the heat-killed S3 strain plus R2 strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae. Along with that, they used an enzyme, that is proteases. And when they injected it in the mice, they observed that it got pneumonia after some days and it died. So from this, they concluded that it is not the protein which is getting transformed. Second experiment, what they did was they used the same heat-killed S3 strain and R2 strain of Streptococcus pneumoniae and included the enzyme RNases. So, and injected in the mice. So when they injected in the mice, this again got pneumonia and the mice died. So from these two experiments, in this experiment, they concluded that it is not the RNA which is getting transformed from the heat-killed strain to the R2 strain. So they ruled out protein and RNA transfer during this process. In the third experiment, they used the Streptococcus pneumoniae heat-killed strain as 3 and the R2 strain of S. pneumoniae, and then they used DNases. And this they injected in the mice. So when they injected in the mice, they found that after some time, there is no pneumonia symptoms and the mice survived. So they concluded that the molecule which is responsible for this transformation or change is not by protein, not by RNA, it is only DNA. This they proved that the DNA is the genetic material which is getting transformed and it is actually making the R2 strain as live S3 strain. I hope you got some idea about this experiment which they have discussed in this whole scenario. Let's see about the third experiment in the next session, which is going to be Hershey and Chase experiment. See you in the next session.